Yeah, and good morning, everybody. That's going to set the tone for today. We're going to have severe weather possible later on. In fact, it's going to be likely as we move across later portions of our Wednesday. So let's take a look at what's going on. Pretty quiet across the region right now other than some cloud cover. This is the main system that's going to continue to track off in our direction. That cold front is where we're going to start to see that initial thunderstorm development a little bit later in the day. That's when we're going to have that chance for severe weather. Now, first several hours of the morning into the early afternoon will be fine, and temperatures are already pretty mild here in Greenville. 66, a nice little south wind at 14 miles per hour, and the wind's going to continue to pick up as well. Greenwood, you're sitting at 67, 66 in Oxford, 64 down the road in Kosciuszko, 67 in Vicksburg, mid-60s for much of southeastern Arkansas. So it's very mild out there, feeling almost more like a summer morning here across the Delta. But as we take a look at the radar, a couple of light sprinkles moving along the Mississippi River. Not going to be anything of consequence this morning. However, a lot of low cloud cover as well. So just keep that in mind as you head out the door. And here's where our initial storms are going to develop. Somewhere between Fort Smith down into Texarkana, Tyler, in the Shreveport area, and then move off to the east throughout the day. So that's what we're going to be tracking out. And the Storm Prediction Center has expanded that enhanced level 3 out of 5 risk to now include the entire Delta. Threats haven't changed, but there's a greater confidence that we will see that severe weather through the later portions of the day. So let's track this out. And again, that's a pretty big area that includes all of the Delta, northern Louisiana, and back into the Little Rock area. Again, these storms start to break out across central Arkansas as that air becomes even more unstable during the heat of the day. Again, a lot of rich, moist air, great for thunderstorm development, and then these storms are going to merge together into a singular line. This is going to march to the east throughout the evening. This is where we really have that potential for some straight line wind gusts and embedded tornadoes. This is something we're going to watch closely as we move into the late afternoon, early evening hours, because about 7, the entire area is going to be getting hit pretty hard. It's going to march across the Mississippi River and then push along the I-55 corridor between about 8 and 11 before this thing starts to wrap up later on tonight. By 1 o'clock, especially, I'm thinking after midnight, we should pretty much see this outside of our area. But the colors here kind of give you an idea of that timing. 3 to 9 for the orange shaded counties from northeast Louisiana up to Panola County and along I-55 a little bit later in the day until about 1 a.m. So again, this will gradually end from west to east as we go into later portions of the evening. And then we'll clear out Thursday, but Friday, briefly going to go over this because we already have another slight severe risk, level 2 out of 5, including the entire Delta and much of the Mid-South. So again, it's kind of a double whammy here with only 1 day to breathe in between. So just keep that in mind as we move forward. Have your preparedness plan ready to go. Find your tornado safe spot. Know where that is over the next couple of days. Keep your devices charged. And remember, tornado warning, shelter immediately. Tornado watch, conditions will be favorable. And always, always, always have multiple ways of receiving those alerts. Stay ahead of the storm, always a good idea. As for the Mississippi River level, 48.1 feet, holding steady right at that minor flood stage level through Monday. We'll continue to monitor those trends. But again, today the most important thing is, just being prepared. Weather awareness Wednesday, severe storms likely later in the day, going to be breezy and warm. As for tonight, 58 storms ending by midnight, and we can actually sleep peacefully knowing that the storms are over, and we're going to have a nice Thursday. So enjoy the weather tomorrow. And going into Friday, yet again, we're going to be dealing with another round of some severe storms. So very active the next couple of days. Be sure to keep it tuned here at the Delta News for your latest weather updates.